Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Here we are. Massive gap up today. We're up like 3%. Yeah. Yeesh. Isn't it crazy how we just like ticked into this little new day opening gap? And then flew higher. Crazy. What a crazy day yesterday, you guys. Huge range. I wanted lower. I kept getting my first target and then stepped out in profit or break even on the rest, and I'm fine with that because look, now we're up 3%. It's a tough situation to be dealing with because we have such a large range yesterday. I traded. I watched charts all day yesterday. Basically, I streamed like 3 times. I'm exhausted. I fell asleep on my couch last night. First time ever I ever did that. It's crazy. This is proof that this is water in this, okay? It made me realize how big this actually is, this cup. Because this is 828 milliliters. And this does fit in here, so I drink a little bit less than a liter of water every stream. ES is opening up stronger. I wouldn't be surprised if ES hits this previous day high. I'd be watching out if there's maybe sets up a divergence for lower then. If ES hits previous day high, NASDAQ doesn't, but yeah. I'm not touching this right now at the moment because it's very much away from any of where I can frame any good risk reward setup. So I think we're probably gonna hit that previous day high in ES, but NASDAQ, not as likely. Oh my gosh, I was shaking nothing. I forgot to add the powder. So we had the open already. Wow, I didn't even notice. Okay, so this is N dog, that I marked out. And it's pretty much an hourly volume imbalance, So anyway, if I go for shorts, I'd go for there, but honestly, I'd rather see a divergence at previous day high first, and then I'd probably short NASDAQ. But other than that, I'm not really interested in anything at the moment. I need to see something good. I honestly feel like today could be a seek and destroy day, TBH, and I'm not trying to get my ass handed to me. Miss me with that shit. here watched my Ninja Trader stream yesterday. Yo, crazy. We got them to the record viewers because of the crazy volatility #1. And like, I mean, I had pretty good trading, so that was crazy. On Mondays, that's where I stream on Ninja Trader. I'm in the big leagues now. It's crazy. I'm trading. It's crazy. I have a partnership with the platform I've been trading with since I started trading futures, like in 2022. I'm proud of myself. Like, there we go. Got my electrolytes all settled right now. So what did you guys vote for? You guys mostly voted bullish. Okay. Cool. It's 54% bullish. All right. That's crazy. Horrible comments already in the chat. Wow. You get, like, immediately banned if you put something inappropriate. It's crazy that, yeah, I have this old sell side from August lows from, like, last week. I think I should just maybe mark that out. But, nah, I don't think that would be a support level. I doubt it. La papa. 2,000 people already watching. Hit that like button. Helps out the stream. And, you know, helps make price action better, of course. So far, a little bit of a little grind up and down for NASDAQ. And, you know, ES, I kind of anticipate it. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. You have like you have two stacked 15-minute FEGs here. I mean, one here and here. One of them's this one. 15-minute order block and fair value gap. We'll see if that holds up. I think it's likely that this one does hold up and probably goes to previous day high. I mean, I'll end up watching this. The 15-minute point of interest is just have like a 1-minute shift within it to go higher. Or is today going to be more of seek and destroy? We'll see, we'll see. Pretty tough action to be working with today. I'll say that. ES is the stronger sister today. Natty Naz. Natty or juice, you guys. Oops. Okay. So, most of you guys voted bullish. Do you guys think previous day high will be taken? I don't know. We paused before it. We're in this 15-minute FEG before it on ES and NQ right now. NQ not even coming here. It's as close as a retracement as ES. You know, it's a humongous range yesterday. I'm not in any kind of rush today, to be honest. We just kind of digest, generate liquidity, and I don't want to be the liquidity generated, TBH, so. We'll see, said the blind man to his deaf brother. Let's see. You know, it's cold AF in New York. It's cold. It's 38 Fahrenheit. It's like 4 degrees Celsius or 3 degrees Celsius. I don't know. It's April 8th. You know, the thing about this is I'm still bearish. Like, look at this crazy wick we've made here on that 4 hour. However, you know, when you have a huge wick like this, that means you can retrace into the wick, you know? That's what we're kind of doing. So let's see how this 4 hour ends at 10. Once ES could have a little surge up here now. First presented FEG in ES is this. So far, it rejected it. We'll see if it's treated as an inversion later to be used as a launch pad towards previous day high, or, you know, or not. Same thing, NQ. So far, rejected. Someone said, high will be a taken out, but end of day. It's possible. Not sure. It's a very difficult daily to be dealing with right now. I don't think that the low is in. But that doesn't mean it won't take forever and kill people on both sides on the way there. I think you closed above its first presented FEG there. Pretty disgusting though. Holding it up. Yes, closed above it. You know, let's see. Yeah, I don't love the action. I don't like it. I don't like the way that it's not closing above this little swing high within it. So it could get here, but it could be like a kind of chop mess. You know, we'll see if it holds here. There's this little bullish FEG there, as well as NASDAQ. NASDAQ did close above that little swing high. Held up this little bullish FEG. So what would that look like if you had longed here? If you long there? Not bad. $9.45. A little retrace the 15-minute, little inversion there. This is a little intermediate term low, right? Fair value gap, inversion, swing low. So what is like from here to here? Let's just say that from here to here. The stop there and the target previous day high. Like a 1.36 R. Or where I talked about it earlier here. Kind of similar from there to there. So 1.74. I mean, dipping back again after NQ took the high, so it's very much looking like seek and destroy right now. Took this out here. We'll see if this gets. This should really not get broken here. The first presented FEG got taken out to the downside, so it's high resistance conditions right now. Choppy, choppy. What are you guys thinking? I think that this is a freaking mess. $9.52 now. Let's mark the 950 to 1010 macro. Pretty messy. See if it ends up getting up here or what. High resistance, definitely. And now it's 9:50. The tiniest volume imbalance. Maybe I'll try to snipe that. It gets there. Yeah, I'm putting a limit fill if it gets there. La 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 la. So far, it is very much like not much to do here since the open. Choppy as expected. $9.57 to $10.10. Let's see. $9.57 to $10.10 here. Mm-hmm. If we hit that previous day high, I'll be happy if we hit it. Means my analysis was right. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. My coaster just fell. Alright, canceling those orders. There we go, we hit previous day high. Alright. So now, I mean, pretty decent read on drawn liquidity. Pretty decent read on knowing it would be choppy, so I'm fine with not getting a trade in there. It's fine. I guess the 950 macro, the first FEG since there, was that. I don't know if that would have been even worth it, you know, if you just put the stop below the first presented one. I don't know. Some people do that. I don't really feel comfortable doing that. It's a 1.2R. So anyway, now we hit previous day high on ES, but not on NQ. And I honestly am anticipating a sort of divergence to start forming here if we're going to go back lower, you know? So I'll just be watching for that potential. Otherwise, I don't really have any more long ideas. You could hit that pre-market high for ES. I kind of wouldn't want it to because we have a divergence there with NQ taking out those pre-market highs. My preference now is that we find some sort of 10 a.m. reversal to the downside. But not going to push my limits on that. I'm gonna really push up a huge bias on that. We'll see. I'm gonna demand a lot for that actually. I'll demand like I would need this to get inverted at least. A break of this low here within that, yeah. I mean, start looking for shorts again. This is like the candles that took out liquidity. So that would be the change in state delivery, as if we close below it. But I would want this low to get violated then. I have a theory, you guys, like that like the easiest trades of the day happen like near the open or simply because there's more activity going on and there's less resistance happening, but I don't know. Or like the first one you see, let's see, like this inversion. I don't know. But so far, you know, what's our range on the day since the open? You know, we're up 3% right now. I'm not looking for more longs, certainly. They can run up, continue without me. That's okay. We have CPI, we have no news today, and we have CPI on Thursday, so it makes sense that it's kind of back and forth today. It's definitely high resistance because the way that it didn't respect that first presented FEG that second time. Here. see here. Most of the chat was bullish, so congrats if you got longs. I couldn't get filled on mine. Do you guys think that Nasdaq's gonna hit that previous day high? It'd be kind of wild. We do. Kind of wild. What do you think? What do you think? Let's put it up. Let's put up the poll. Will NQ hit PDH previous day high? Yes or no? Let's see. Let's see what time it says. 10:05. It's possible. Do that hourly. Crazy. This 4 hour, the previous 4 hours that I wanted to see how it closed, it just closed so strong. Wild. This 2 p.m. will let us know whether or not this is going to be a 4 hour market structure shift. If we close strongly above and like we invert this, that'd be kind of crazy. I think it's more likely that we... Well, what are you guys putting? 86% said yes. Interesting. I'm ending the poll now so that if we end up reversing, you guys can't, new people can't put in the vote. Is the FEG made before ES took that liquidity level? And we completely filled this in. A potential little swing low there. This is now, what's the 10 a.m. open here? Okay. We're back at the 10 a.m. open right now. Check out that stat map. Not a lot to work with, like with the wicks and such. There's like no inversions on the higher than. There's no FEGs on higher than the 2 minute here on NASDAQ. Let's see on ES. Nope. This held up still. There's no bear shift yet. I'm trying not to get too eager. My band teacher used to say, like, stop rushing. You're not rushing. You're, like, playing too quickly. So, there's no shift. See, chat voted. Chat did vote. 84% chance that 84% of you guys voted that previous day high will get taken on NQ. So let's see if that happens. It's 10:10 right now. It's the end of the macro. Timing. We did not shift to the downside, that's for sure. For now, right? Tanya, if market structure shift happens in 1 minute without FEG, would you take the entry? No. No FEG, not for me. But the thing is, we're like contending with a daily level. So it's a pretty big level, right? So going on the 1 minute's a little bit already jumping the gun a little bit. Could work, but like you could get stopped. But like going on the 1 minute with no FEG is like a no for me. If it's a daily level, even like a 4-hour level, even any kind of level, yeah. I mean, I'll go to the 30-second if it's a 5-minute point of interest, then, you know? Because the fact of the matter is then you're going to miss the trade if it's a 5-minute point of interest and you're doing the 1 minute. So yeah, lots of like pretty much after we hit previous day high, it's just been back and forth so far. The macro's done here. 10 a.m. open. I do kind of want to mark out 10 a.m. open, but so I can envision like the 4-hour wick or the 4-hour candle happening. So where's the open? Here, right? 10 a.m. open. Okay, let's put that up on NQ. We're back at it basically at the 10 a.m. open again. There's no signs of market structure shift yet. Don't want to jump the gun, as we say. Who watched me on Ninja Trader yesterday? Insane. I got them to freaking record amount of viewership. So funny because I mean that we like rallied 1,000 points in NASDAQ. That was insane. Basically, it was insane. Yeah. And then I sniped the short, like went 400 points in my direction in 2 minutes. And guess what? I only had 1 micro, so it was I basically ended up taking the profit at like 80 points or something and stopped in profit because I wanted like much lower. And that's fine. If I had more contracts, I realized after the fact I hit 2.5R in 2 minutes. Like, I think I'll probably end up. I'm gonna start like forcing myself to take profits at some points. depending on the RR, if I only have 1 or 2 contracts, I'm going to force myself to take off the whole position there because I just don't have the what is the word? Don't have the privilege. I don't know. What is it? What is that word? I don't have the flexibility. No, I don't have the. I don't know. My point is, like, if you don't have multiple contracts, and it's better to take the profit at first target than hold the contract for the runners. I think it's kind of funny. I received some criticism yesterday because I ended up, it's okay. Hey, if I get criticized for wanting big moves, it's okay. That's actually a great problem to have. Someone said she needs to stop going for grand slams. That actually made me laugh. Because first of all, okay, that's basically saying I get home runs. Because it's grand slams it's even higher. And yeah, I'm going to try to maximize the profit. And it's okay. If I have my stop break even or in profit, and I think I have the direction right, I'm going to hold it. And again, this is a changing market environment. So sorry, I'm not perfect. Sorry, I'm not a genie. Knowing exactly where the low is, I can predict where. Okay, yeah, we could. That's my first target where I think we can retrace from there, and I would think we retrace and go lower again. But hey, if it's a manipulation, then that means I'm on the wrong side. That's fine. I made money being wrong then, right? If yesterday I was shorting the whole time and I made money, But, things I'm working on a lot this year, adding to positions at spots, not being afraid to add to positions, number 1. Number 2, I'm going to add sizing. I'm increasing my sizing. It's just a little bit hard now in this kind of market environment where it's larger ranges to be also increasing sizing. So I'm actually just the same sizing, but lower contracts. But soon I'll be increasing sizing more. And then eventually I'm going to add crude oil and gold and euro to my watch list and, trade it. Why? People might ask why. Because I have it on good. Now that I've talked with executives at Ninja Trader, and, they let me know that the best traders, their top 10% of all their traders on their brokerage and all their data, right? Or even top 5%, they're trading multiple assets. They're trading literally all the assets I just mentioned. They're not just trading NQ. They're trading NQ, ES, crude, gold, euro, RTY, YM, And also my friend Jade, right? You guys, I feel I'm pretty lucky. I have a really good network that I could reach out to, very successful traders and with more experience than me. And I just did an interview with Kyle a month ago or so on the channel. And he's about to he's on track for taking out the biggest payout. He's about to beat Kane, who I already interviewed also as the biggest payout on Apex. And he trades multiple assets. So there was no shift to the downside, you guys. Nasdaq's creeping slowly. Is she going to hit previous day high? That's the question. And, I'm happy to provide the information I learned to you guys. Like I said, I have questions for traders already and that I want to ask them. And then the way that the Trader Talks playlist kind of came about, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. I just did one with Pax. He's been a trader for 27 years. And he started off as a floor trader. Incredible story. I'll have to do a longer one with him, I think. Because we didn't really get into his story. I basically do research on people already before I'm going to meet them. Because I want to ask questions that other people haven't asked already, right? So I didn't really get too deep into his lore, into his story, but like, like, oh, like, why did you start trading or something like that? Like, other podcasts take care of that, and that I would gladly give them that space there. I have questions myself that are really specific so that I could help my own trading that I would ask them anyway. So then I figured, okay, you know what, like, might as well film this and then put out a series called Trader Talks, right? So that's a playlist now. We have Keen, Kyle, and Pax. And some people ask, is this a podcast channel now? Which is so funny to me. Like, we can have multiple different things going on. And I'm still live trading. So no, it's not. We're not turning into a podcast channel. But I could have a little series, I think. People do appreciate it. You could learn a lot. So, like, we started off up 3%. Wow, we're up 4.3% right now on the NASDAQ. That's crazy. We're up 3.8 on ES. It's been gyrating. There's no shift to the downside. It's killing people that are trying to short too early, and people that are holding puts and such and whatever. That's what I feel like this market's kind of going to do for the next couple days before CPI. I still think we have another leg down lower, but it's all about timing. Because now we have, a daily FEG on ES and NASDAQ. ES is above previous day high. We have multiple daily FEGs, let's be real here, because of this whole massive sell-off. I'm looking at the 4-hour. It's taking out a swing high into a liquidity pool. So I'm definitely looking at this 4-hour here. I'm not going to turn particularly bullish, really, especially if we're up 3%. We didn't really take out any more sell side. We now are going to leave probably a 4-hour FEG here, down here, that I'll use. And I have a feeling that we're kind of going to be bouncing back and forth for the next few days. Have you guys taken a trade yet today? Let me know in the chat. So far, since we put in this little poll, I think at 10:05, 84% of the chat did vote yes for a previous day high on NASDAQ to get taken. It hasn't happened yet, but we're getting closer and closer. There's definitely no shift to the downside. But also there's nothing for me to get involved on the longs. So let's put in the little poll here. There's nothing wrong with not taking a trade today either, because yesterday's large range. The tiniest SMT on the one right now. Where's the last 5-minute low on ES? It's all the way down here. Kind of crazy. We're at 18 18,300 right now on NASDAQ. I remember I got rid of my shorts and my puts at like 18,000, and I started. I don't think that the low is in right now, for the record, but it's just kind of funny that now we're back above that level for me. We were at freaking 16,700 yesterday. Just some humongous ranges. That being said, that's why I don't really, I'm not worried about missing a little back and forth. There's no confirmation. There's really no point because the range is so big. If there's a reversal, it's gonna be obvious, right? Let me check out my I forgot what I was doing here. Such an exhausting day yesterday. We had a whole monthly range in one day. No wonder. The first day ever, I told you guys, I fell asleep on my couch. I woke up today confused. The sun woke me up and I was like, oh my gosh, is it 8 a.m. or something? Like, it feels like I'm waking up really late. It was 7, so it was good. It was all good. But I was like, holy moly. So you know I had an exhausting day. I mean, I streamed like 3 times yesterday. Once on Ninja Trader and twice on my channel. It all went pretty well. But exhausting day to say the least. Okay, let's see. You know, so funny. We're teasing this, you guys. I do wonder if we're gonna get to that previous day high. What I was been looking for since we hit the high on ES is for some sort of reversal. And like I said, it would need to be obvious and energetic. There was literally not even on the 1 minute or a shift, so staying safe there. I missed out. I didn't get my retracement. I wanted like a retracement here to long. That's just life. That's fine. Otherwise, a pretty slow day. Let me see. What's the range here? From here to here. 74 handles on ES. It's funny how that's like a small range nowadays. And on NASDAQ, what is it, like 500? And it's 288. That's a small range from nowadays. Yesterday morning, we had like a 1,300 point range. Or more. It was like went from 17.6 to like 18.3. Yeah, it was like 1,600 point range. It's insane. What's the ATR now on NASDAQ? We'll see. Are we going to hit this high now? Are we hitting that previous day high? Is it going to tickle it again? Tickle, tickle. Can't say that's not entertaining. Okay, let me think. Yeah, ATR of NASDAQ. We'll check it in, like, after. See if this does anything. Now it's 10:28. being a trader, you're not a fortune teller. Always remember that. You're not a fortune teller. Your job is to react, is to have a plan and then react. When you have that plan, you can't hesitate. Once you hesitate, then you regret it, right? How many times? So many times I've hesitated and then I regretted it, right? Because I just wasn't ready then, or I wasn't fast enough, or I didn't have enough sleep or something, right? The point is then, if there's no plan, you don't do anything. And then if it's not following your plan, you don't do anything, right? So anyway, let's check out that ATR. We tickled the high again. We didn't do it. Okay, let's see here. What is this called? Indicator. Favorites, average true range. That's the wind, by the way. Can you guys hear that? It's crazy. Okay. Average true range of the last 5 days on NASDAQ. 973 points on the daily. That's insane. We have a 500-point range from overnight. This is what I was kind of looking at if we had that, if we had a shift. You know, you have the end dog down here. But we've literally not had one, so. I can wait for one. Be patient for it. Isn't it funny how we rejected? I said, is it going to tickle it again? And it did. So let's see if we end up getting something here. It's so funny how there's not even like a 1 minute FEG there on the upside, right? So that's kind of hilarious. Let's open this one up too on NASDAQ. This is the 1 minute FEG and ES made before taking previous day high. We've been pretty much holding it up every time. The question is, will we finally break it and have some sort of FEG to downside? You know, it's me debating now whether I'd even want to get involved in that because it's not such a or if I'd want to wait for a higher time frame. I don't know. But the point is, we didn't even get it yet. So we're just kind of having this gyrating back and forth. I don't see this as a market structure shift in Q. I guess some would find this as a breaker, but this move down has been pretty efficient of these wicks. Maybe there's a tiny little bearish FEG on NQ in the discount though. So I don't really love that. I mean, I'd rather, like I said, I'd rather wait for like kind of like a higher time frame. A little 2 minute FEG here as well on NASDAQ. And we still haven't even broken it, so. This is called FAFO environment conditions. Just fuck around, find out, bro. Look at those tiny body candles on the 5. This 5 minute. See how this closes? I wouldn't be surprised if it's also a small body candle. So this did the tiniest of divergence there. But there's nothing that's obvious to me that this is a displacement that starts the short lower. It's a very slow market. I don't want it if it's not easy. It could creep up higher later. It's kind of hurting the people that are shorting too early or too eager and going without confirmation. Let's see, what does poll say? What does chat say? Did you guys take a trade yet today? Someone said short it, bro. Good luck. Stop telling me what to do. It's my channel. It's my money. Did you take a trade today? Yes, and I'm green 31%. Yes, and I'm red 25%. No trade yet 44%. Thanks. Why not have a little wide stop, enough to cover the high too? Because why do I want to go in with no confirmation? It could hit this later. Wide stop? That's laziness. Yeah. Could hit it during the 1050 macro. You don't know. You know what I also don't even like about NQ? If it breaks this low, that's like kind of okay too, because this is a 15-minute FEG actually. I didn't even notice. So I don't even like that either. Yeah. So for me to actually get into shorts, I'd want this one to get broken to the downside. Yeah. Because on the 5, we're not even having a change of state of delivery yet or anything. It could literally just grind. That could be a false market structure shift if it breaks this. I'm just getting back into the 15-minute here. I've seen that. Too much back and forth. I mean, look at this. I'm surviving here by not taking a trade. This is great. I'm really happy for being so patient here. This is how I blow accounts. You know, this is a risky environment. Not like those huge ranges. They're scary. You need wider stops, but at least they're directional. And like, you know where the draw liquidity is. This is a slow. This is where people beat their accounts up because they just keep trying every little move and they get chopped up like salad. Been there, done that. Don't do that anymore, thankfully. I'll mark out the macro time. Isn't it funny how, you know, I put in the chat, like, are we gonna hit this high around like 10:05? We were really close to it. That's when I'm always careful because that's where people start FOMOing in, and if you're so close to a liquidity level, and you know you have 3 legs up. I remember this was my biggest mistake when I was a beginner. We were so close to a liquidity level, the final target, and we already had 3 legs up or so many legs up, and I was trying to buy in there and put a stop at a swing low, which was just a liquidity level, and I would get hurt. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets taken. Yeah. See on the 15 on ES. This is actually not at 15-minute FEG. So, and also ES is making kind of lower lows, lower highs than NQ. Again, I need something obvious. No FEG, not for me, bro. Being demanding like that's gonna save me money here. Really, nothing's happened. We're watching barcode action here. Let's start like doing TikTok dance or something. I don't even know any TikTok dances. I can do the Macarena. Macarena. It's okay, Castillo. You could keep in the people telling me what to do. You can keep that in because like it helps the sentiment of the chat. Because there's people saying, "Go down." Wow, stop talking. Just short it. Says Yao. Okay, good luck. We'll note what happens. Stop talking. Just short it. That's where I see it. Where I saw it. Nah, I'm gonna. This is my channel. I can yap. That's why people watch me because I yap, bro. Yapology. Got an A in yapology. I'm fluent in Japanese. So we're gonna find out what ends up happening here. Chat yelling at me to short it from here. We'll mark at 1050 macro. The 10 a.m. open is here. The hourly is still green. It's making a small wick. Right here. 10 a.m. See if ES starts heading lower, it's a little weaker. But again, it's back in this 1 minute that's been holding it up this entire time. Held up again. 30 seconds left in that candle. Be nice if we get a 5-minute inversion on ES. We're finally starting to get a little break of a low with some displacements, so I'm actually liking that. And I like this little inversion now. See on NQ. It's inverting that. That's good, and it's breaking this. Which one is the stronger one today? We took the high on ES, not on NQ, but ES I kind of like it better. It's lower because it didn't take out that high. It's a retest of that inversion. It's breaking down lower here. See? Didn't retrace the 50% yet. It's actually not bad. NQ also made a displacement FEG there. Let's mark out NQ. Finally, I'm getting my confirmations. See 1050. Pretty good. Now NQ's in here. So let's see how that goes. A little retest. Okay. I didn't get that trade yet because I was pretty distracted. And let me think. What was it? I'm gonna wait until 10:50. Forgot, I need to think one moment, 1 second. What was it? I wait until 10:50. We just came into that 15-minute. Let's see if we end up bouncing again and then going lower, or if we end up inverting. I'm not even worried, honestly. Because this would actually be pretty good if we end up confirming on the 5. So we had that little inversion on ES on the 5 as well here, starting from here. Now we're in this 15. It would be great if we invert this 15-minute candle on NQ. See, it's 10:50. We're below the 10 a.m. open. 5-minute gave us an inversion there. It did retest it. Honestly, I'm kind of annoyed I didn't get that retest there. That's fine. Let's see on the 5 on NQ. For the 3, there's not even any kind of FEG on NQ. This is funny. So anyway, let's see if this 15-minute gets inverted. And at the same time, I'm kind of watching 1050 macro to see. But right now, we're in this little FEG order block area. It could get potentially reverse manipulate and go lower again from here. So, or it could drop through it. We'll see. It would be kind of interesting if we went like this and then lower. Ten a.m. macro, 1050 macro starting. And then, depending on how this goes, we could even go all the way down to. Where's the end dot I marked out? What the? Here. See what happens from here. This is a 15-minute FEG. NASDAQ. I honestly don't think it's going to hold it up, but I'd like to see it then go through it. Maybe we'll make another series. Order blocks. Alright, I'm probably gonna try that short if it ends up getting there on the NASDAQ. Yeah, it's pretty efficient on the downside. It's pretty good. Since the 10 a.m. open, this is the swing low. The broke structure. Yes, hit that 15-minute sell side here. Creating some BPRs for more downside. I'm liking this for like the higher time frame downside. We'll see, especially if we invert this. Kind of annoyed I got distracted, but it's alright. All good. There's plenty more time. We just shifted on the 5 after hitting this previous day high. Inversion on the 15 NQ. See if it retraces and gives another short. Right now it's the beginning of the 11 a.m. candle, so it makes sense for it to retrace a little bit. Don't want to retrace too much because this is the 10 a.m. open. If I think that the 4 hour is going to be to the downside. Yeah. All right, I'm in that short now. It stops at 10 a.m. open. $47. So actually pretty good. We'll see how that ends up going. Yeah, I like that. This is like first target. Second target would be a lot more lower, like the end dog, but I don't know. Second target. Maybe second target's 4R. I have to be careful. Everyone's probably telling me about the divergence at that sell side. Yeah, but I think that the divergence on the upside's more important. Let's make sure, where's the 10 a.m. open candle? Yeah, that's fine. So far, I'm in profit. Like, so far that was a sniper entry from in here. But yeah, I want more downside now. I'm happy I remained calm on that move lower. I was able to remain calm. So for sell side, I'll have to take some off the table. What's ES doing? Okay, cool. I want ES to invert this on the 15. That would be nice. So there's 8 minutes left. Actually, I'll probably... yeah, I'll see how this goes. Probably, yeah. Let's run through this first presented FEG. That'll be nice. It's 11:07. I want this candle to close down. I want more downside. I want this to be the start of the downside, ideally. Yeah. Ideally. Right now we're wicking this, though. I don't love that, so we'll see. It's going. It's running. Let's run the sell side. Yeah, that stop should be break even now. I think that we're distributing, so let's run the sell side. ES is likely going to invert that 15-minute. We'll see. When's this 15-minute end in 7 minutes? I entered here. I'm only how many minutes into the trade? I'm in profit. Only 6 minutes into the trade, so it's a good trade so far. Hit the like button. I sniped that. It was pretty good. I don't even know if it came back all the way into that FEG, honestly. Maybe I didn't even draw it that. It probably... I don't even know. Tap the low point of it. It was on the 2-minute. Okay. Well, we're running that sell side soon. So like 2R will be taken off the table here. I'll be taking most off the table there. So I'm happy I didn't panic about the missing the first distribution and getting in the second one. This should be the silver bullet of that sell side model. Anyway, it should go honestly even lower. It should go to here, let's be real. This is a sell side market maker sell side model. But we'll see. We just broke through the first presented fair value gap. We should continue lower. It was even tempting for me to... It's kind of tempting to add there, but I can't. Or I can. I actually can. There, I just added to my position, actually. So let's get to that sell side, then I'll take off most off the table there. No, it's pretty good because it closed below that with a displacement, and I'm going to put this stop above the swing high above the first presented FEG. Let's go. 59.25. Yeah. take most off the table there, that sell side. $59.25. Because I have to. That's like a 2R and whatever. I'm happy I added. I'm practicing adding. I said that earlier. Okay, filled. First target smashed right there. So the rest of them is showing the fill from where I added. Yeah, and so now I expect us to really drop lower from here. So honestly, stop. I'm just going to be trailing it on the last swing high on the 1. I think. Yeah, because this is all pretty... nice. This is pretty nice. Let me think. What was I saying? It's all pretty balanced. Yeah, the swing high here. Or the first presented 120. Yeah. So we're bleeding. That's good. So I'm happy. I got a little bit distracted, missed the first distribution, but got into the second. Flush silver bullet. If we hit this, like, you know, sell side, it's going to be pretty epic. And I think it's quite likely. Just in the name of the 4-hour candles, you know? Where's the next 4-hour FEG? Or here? Really depends. This is 4-hour. I guess it technically is 4-hour OB, but I think that we have more downside to come, you know? So we'll see. Now it broke this with an FEG. So my new stop is like, yeah, swing high, FEG, and like an order block would get disrespected then. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I could probably move it to break even, but I don't want to worry about it, especially since I secured most of the profit there. 105. Yeah, now you have this breaker too. Well, this is probably a breaker on the 5. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little complicated now where I want to put my stop, you know, on the rest, because I did enter, that was where I pyramided, so it's showing that lower entry. I'm fine with it because I took a lot of points off the table there. What do you think? How big is this 1-minute candle here? How big is this FEG? I think I could probably put it at the top of that candle, honestly. 22? Oh, it's not that big. 22. This. No, we'll see anyway. It probably doesn't matter because I'm on the right side of the equation. I think I probably, yeah, I'm going to put a stop break even on the where I pyramided. So far, I'm really happy with my performance lately. Cool. I, you know, said where there's divergences. Someone was yelling at me to short from here. That's congrats. Honestly, you were right. Those divergences held, but that's just not my model. I'm going to wait for confirmation. Confirmation happened here. I missed it. I waited for the second pullback and got in here. I added here. So I'm pretty happy with my read on the market today. And like I said, I mean, there's even more downside to come, so hit the like button. Where else? I mean, I'm up 70 points on runners that I pyramided from here. It's pretty epic. Pretty epic. If we hit this, we'll take out the money gun. See on, welcome, whale. Yeah, so ES is now doing this. You guys, I really do anticipate this to also get, I want us to get to, like, this. Where is it on NQ? The end dog. Here. But maybe that won't happen during the AM session, but I think we nailed the reversal. It's about being patient. I'm happy. Woo. Missed the longs. Well, the longs were honestly high resistance up, so, and now the shorts are low resistance down, which makes sense. Anyway, let's see some standard deviations. And also, let's put an alert for when ES hits. Wait, did it already hit it? Yeah, it did. Okay. Oh my god, when you're short and it just falls off the screen. It's crazy. Okay. We're below 18,000 now. Yeah. Pretty good. So this was basically my trade from here to here was like 1.8 R. And then I added there. Really good. My stop is above this right now. It's good. Because it can come back up into there if it wants to. Kind of like zigzag between this FEG and that one. For a final, like, silver bullet here. So let's see if it gets rejected there. Well, I got stopped in profit on the rest there. I mean, well, stop break even on what I added there. So basically got 1.8 R on my original entry. Okay, that's fine. I do think there's more downside. So let's see. Let's see if it's just like that's coming back into this order block and little volume imbalance here. If it comes back up into here again, it's likely gonna just, you know, zigzag today. So let's see here. ES did not invert this on the 15, so don't like that. You can end up just zigzagging. Take out more buy, like this is then the next buy side here. On the 2, the 3, yeah, they're not really. We'll see if it's holding. If those FEGs are going to hold it down or not. All right. So I trail it. Stop a little too tight there. It's all good. A little too tight, yeah. Happens. See if we're gonna close below this. No, we're not. Okay. Well, that's it. I mean, copped a W there. We did an epic trade there. And I'll see you back here tomorrow, you guys. I still am kind of overall bearish for more downside coming. But you know, it's the end of the AM session. And I'll see you back here tomorrow, 9:15. Hit that thumbs up. We called out the divergences pretty well. And you know, caught the sell side from here to here. And even added some. But yeah, caught the original trade there. Booked that, then stopped in break even or in profit on the rest on that little pullback. And now we're kind of like hanging out here. I'll be watching for more downside though in the indices. I would like it to like start inverting this on NASDAQ though, so we go lower. As well as ES. That would be nice. And we have now, the thing is, now we have 15-minute breaks of structure on ES. If we don't invert this, that means that we can retrace, you know, a little bit deeper. So, especially during lunchtime and such. So, well, I'll keep an eye on everything. And good luck, good trading. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 9:15.